Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
February 2, 2021, Groundhog's Day, and today is my mother's birthday. She's 88, so happy birthday, Mom. We begin with the story of the $2 billion that Robinhood raised from its shareholders. This was in response to the frenziness of trading over the past week around GameStop. This is after investors agreed to pump $1 billion into the online brokerage to help it ride out the same issue. This infusion, $3.4 billion raised since last Thursday, is more than the company has raised up until this point in 8 years since its launch. This gives Robinhood a war chest to cover a surge in collateral requirements stemming from the trading boom. People familiar with the matter said it should also allow the company to support hundreds of thousands of new accounts opened since Thursday and to remove many of the trading restrictions that angered customers of the popular brokerage house. So Robinhood was with $3.4 billion literally swimming in cash. Next up, also from the Wall Street Journal, indeed all our stories are from the Journal today, former J.P. Morgan acquitted in a sons and daughters bribery trial in Hong Kong. The court ruled that the defendant, a former vice chairman of J.P. Morgan's Asia Pacific investment banking business, was not guilty of bribery. She had been charged with bribing a businessman to win a mandate for an initial public offering after hiring the son of the person who could swing the business her way. The case hinged on emails sent by the defendant to her colleagues, including one or more about the IPO, which said, quote, "We are a strong contender, blink, blink, nod, nod. We can find a place for his son." Another email said that the young man did not interview well, but that they would hire him for a position at the bank. The court seemed to be persuaded that the defendant did not make the final hiring decision, and she said the defendant's discussion of the potential IPO and email exchanges was just a way to brag about her performance at the bank. So interesting development or interesting result, which of course is antithetical to the FCPA. Next up, Apple Bank of New York, unrelated to the Apple Corporation, has agreed to pay $12.5 million to settle a regulator's claim that it failed to comply with anti-money laundering rules. The bank allegedly violated the Bank Secrecy Act between 2014 and 2018, the FDIC said. The penalty was imposed after Apple Bank was asked in 2015 to enhance its AML compliance program. The bank failed to do so and comply with an FDIC order in a timely manner. The bank is committed to working with regulators and says it's invested considerable resources, which it hopes will address this issue. And our final story is about the congressional representatives who are actually pushing back on corporations who are saying they will not make donation to representatives who were either alleged to be part of the Capitol insurrection or even against the truth around the election. These legislatures have said they will not bring up business-friendly legislation if they don't start getting money. Does that sound like a quid pro quo to you? Well, I will leave you to ponder that until tomorrow. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.